Hey, this is the part one of a series where we will be examining little things that contribute to a healthy head of natural hair. And in today's video, the question is, should you get a satin bonnet? Hey guys, thanks for coming to my channel. It's girl Sendupsi, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about why you do not need a satin bonnet. I know that is why you clicked on this video. You really wanted to know what is the hype about with satin bonnet. Why is it that everyone, especially in the natural hair community, is talking about it? Is it really that necessary? Should I really use it? After all, we've been using hair nets, we've been using several things. What difference is it going to make in your hair condition or your hair health or whatever you can think of? All right, now let's move right into the video. The number one reason why you do not need a satin bonnet is because it gives you healthy hair. Don't come for me. Yes, healthy hair. What satin bonnet does is that it does not allow friction to happen between your hair and your pillowcase. Okay, it's like I'm about to get stoned. Satin bonnet creates a kind of a barrier between your hair and pillowcase, and the issue is the surface of the pillowcase that we use, cotton pillowcase or whichever one that you use. It is not smooth, it is rough. Okay, and when you sleep on it with your hair out like that, your hair goes like this, like bumpy. But with satin, your hair just goes, I don't know, it just sleeps, like it moves like this instead of it going like this on rough surface. No, it just goes, no, when something is moving on a smooth surface, it just goes smoothly. Or like when it's moving on a rough surface, no, rough surface is just like so that is what happens. And when your hair is having friction with a clothing material, what it does to your hair is, number one, it causes hair thinning, it causes hair breakage, it causes tangles. Yes, and it also causes split ends. So why do you now think you should not use a satin bonnet when you sleep? Now let me show you what I'm trying to say about the smooth surface and the rough surface. Here is my cotton pillowcase, and this is a set. I got this from my friend who sells beddings and interior materials like that. So you are beddings and interiors. She sells beautiful materials for your bed sheets and duvets and all of that. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Even though this material is actually very smooth, but not as smooth as a satin or a silk material. Now you can see how the weaves were made in it, and mere touching it compared to mere touching a satin scarf, it is just very harsh to touch compared to something like this that is just like very smooth. It is slippery. This one just kind of like hard. The second reason why you do not need a satin bonnet is because satin bonnet helps you to lock in moisture. As you know what, if you're trying to grow your natural hair, number one thing every naturals look for is moisture. And there is no way you're sleeping on a cotton material that the cotton material will not draw out moisture from your hair compared to when you use a satin bonnet. When the cotton material draws out the moisture in your hair, you wake up in the morning, your hair is feeling so dry. That does not make any sense at all, because you're going to wake up again and start the process of remoisturizing your hair, and not everyone actually have the time to remoisturize hair every morning. What you want to do is to sleep, wake up, take off your satin bonnet, restyle your hair, and just get the heck out of the house. Oh, did I just say that? And just get out of the house. Let me show you what I mean by cotton drawing out the moisture out of your hair. Now I'm back to my pillow. I'm just going to spray where you can see. You see? and see what happens. Of course, it just goes right in. Of course, it just goes right in. It soaks in all up, and this is what happens while you sleep. Your cotton pillowcase is drawing out the moisture in your hair. But with the counterpart, which is our satin cap, you just can go like this, and it's very fast. And I'm very sure you understand this concept, especially when you're washing your satin cap, you're washing your satin materials. You know, when you dip it inside water, you have to like squeeze it very well so that water can really penetrate in it. That is what we're talking about. This does not draw out the moisture in your hair, it's rather just lock it. So you put on your satin cap overnight, you wake up to a moisturized hair. Another thing why you shouldn't just leave your hair out, even if you're putting it on a satin pillowcase, especially when the temperature is summer, the climate is changing and all of that, the weather is now harsh and dry. You do not want to expose your hair to harsh weather. While you sleep, you still want to keep your hair moisturized. Just put on your satin cap so that it can lock in the moisture in your hair till you wake up, and just do a little bit of shake and go about your day. So number 3 reason why you should not use satin bonnet while you sleep is that it makes your hairstyle last longer than it should. If you're thinking you want your maybe your twist out, your bridge out, the bantu knot out to last for a minimum of 3 days, and then you put on your satin bonnet for the whole 3 days, your hair is actually going to last longer than 3 days. So if you do not want your hair to last longer than 3 days, you can just do not bother to use the satin cap. You can just leave your hair like that, sleep anyway, anyhow, like that. The good thing that this does to your hair actually is that your hairstyles kind of like remain in one place. Okay, they are not moving around, they are not shaking around, they are not doing anything around. The moisture is locked in, the curls are put together. Even if you put it in a pineapple, you're still kind of like protecting it so that it doesn't move on rough surfaces or anything. So the curls are packed together, they are just in one place, and they are moving freely inside your satin bonnet, because the satin bonnet is slippery. It is, the surface is very smooth, so nothing is happening to them. They are not shaking. Your hair is just going to be like intact and makes it last longer, maybe 2 days more, 3 days more. And if you are wearing something like a mini twist or maybe braids or anything, your hair is actually going to last longer. If you're planning to wear that mini twist for a month and you want it to still look good for the period of 4 weeks, just put on your satin bonnet every night. I promise you, your hairstyle is going to last longer than you think. Now you can experiment this yourself. Okay, just do a style, maybe your 2-strand twist, all right, for 1 week, to let it last for 1 week. Don't use a satin bonnet, don't sleep on a satin pillow, just sleep normally on a cotton pillowcase anywhere. Just sleep like that. And at the end of 1 week, take a picture of your hair, and another time do that same hairstyle, wear a satin bonnet. Even if you do not have that, try to sleep on a satin pillowcase. After 1 week, take a picture of it, then put it together. At the end, when you look at the benefits that you're getting just for you to have a healthy hair, which is the goal of everybody. I'm not even going to tell you that your length should be the goal of your hair journey. I'm going to tell you that healthy hair should be the goal of your hair journey, because if you do not have a healthy hair, you can never have a very long hair. That is it. There is no magic, there is no mathematics, there is no further mathematics about it, or engineering mathematics for that matter about it. No, nothing like that. It is just simple logic. Take care of your hair, make sure your hair is healthy, and then the result is always a very long hair, which you want to try to keep the length. And little things like this contributes to you having a healthy hair, contributes to you having a long hair on the long run. So guys, at this point, let's use a reverse psychology and properly title this video, which is 3 reasons why you should get a satin bonnet for your natural hair. And a sequel to this video will be coming up in 2 days, which is going to be the part 2 of the series, examining little things that contribute to having a healthy head of natural hair. Remember to click on the subscribe button, and you all please do not forget to turn on your notification bell, because in my next video I will be having a discussion around satin bonnet. So it's going to be battle of satin bonnet. I will be talking about 3 satin bonnets that I personally own, and share with you why I use them, well, what I use them for, and the reason why I prefer one to the other. So maybe I'm even going to talk about 4. I think I have one extra thing that I can add to it to make it 4 reviews that we can do. So make sure you turn on your notification bell, like this video, comment, and share with your friends, and let's meet in the next video. Bye.